Good afternoon. My name is Carolina Gilcapi. I am a Peru specialist here at State Adventures, and I'm going to hop on for a few minutes to go through this itinerary that we have been putting together for you all day. What we specialize in is listening to everything on your list and incorporating into a unique and authentic experience. I have been doing this for 20 years, and I am at your disposal for any questions or any concerns you might have. I have personally been to Latin America more than 55 times and I'm here to help. So let me share my screen and you will see this itinerary that we've created. This trip is for June of this year, this summer. This means it is peak season for many reasons. It is the best weather for being outside in Peru. It is summer break in North America, so everyone is traveling to South America because of this beautiful season down there. And June is home to Inti Raymi, which is the biggest festival in Peru. Your dates happen to take place right before June 24th, right before the festival, but this means people are in preparation, people are coming ahead of time. So it is a busier time of the year for sure. I am glad you're planning ahead. I'm glad we still have a few months, but everything on this itinerary is based on your interests, my suggestions, but nothing is on hold. So whatever sounds good, please jot down and let me know so we can start planning and putting things on hold. So June 7th, you're going to take your international flight to Lima. That's the main international airport. We're going to pick you up, big sign, your name on it, and take you to a hotel. So every hotel that I suggest has been handpicked for you for a reason. We inspect hotels all year long, and I love Hotel B because it is a old mansion and it operates kind of like a gallery, like a museum. So if you love art, which from your notes, I hear you do, I think it will be a wonderful experience. It's not just a place to sleep. It is truly a place to wander and enjoy. They have one of the best bars inside Lima. So there's a lovely atmosphere there as well, and you can learn from the team at the hotel. Lima is home to some of the best food in South America, some of the nicest hotels in South America, and there is an array of hotels. So this property somehow doesn't fit our budget. I have a few others in my back pocket, so don't worry. I just wanted to show you this one, and I want to hear your thoughts about it. So Lima's on the ocean. It's beautiful. So June 8th, after breakfast, we will pick you up with a private guide and we will show you all the highlights of Lima. There are so many. It's such a diverse city. There's an old part, there's a metropolitan part, beautiful parks, beautiful galleries. We're actually going to go to Larco Museum, which is the most famous museum in Lima. We will have lunch there because they have a beautiful courtyard. So it's a really nice experience. So all of the meals that I've put on your itinerary are also handpicked for you. There's some thought behind it. There's a reason why you're going to go there. And I don't include all the meals because I do want you to have an opportunity to explore as well. So after you come back from your tour, after your lunch, we'll come back to Hotel B. And if we're staying here, I will arrange with the bartenders to give you a pisco sour workshop. And it's so fun. It starts the atmosphere for the evening for you. You're going to learn all about this beautiful Peruvian drink. And then we're going to make reservations for you for dinner somewhere. So many amazing restaurants in Lima. We can discuss this closer to departure once we settle on everything. But Lima is definitely a place where you want to have that wow dinner before you set out. So June 9th, we're going to leave Lima behind and we will go down south to the desert. So you've mentioned wanting to explore the sand dunes, go to Huacachina Oasis. Well, all of this is hours and hours away from Lima. So you can, you can do anything, but I don't suggest doing it as a day tour. I suggest spending 2 nights in the desert. So not only will you just drive back and forth to the oasis, but you will get to see the culture and the history and the beautiful scenery that is along this route. It's completely different than everything else you will see on your trip. So it's recommended, but it is adding 2 nights to your trip. It is adding a lot of time in the car. So if this becomes over budget or too long of a trip, it is an area perhaps we should cut out, but let me know what you think. So on that day after breakfast, we'll pick you up in a private car. We will drive you to Ica. It's about 5 hours. So we will do the longest drive today. But on the way, you're going to go to Pachacamac. These are Inca ruin or pre-Inca ruins. You will go to Paracas, which is this beautiful national reserve. You might see some animals there. There are sometimes penguins even there. Then you will pass the town of Pisco. We will have a beautiful lunch here. So the town of Pisco is literally where Pisco comes from, where you would have done the workshop the night before. So it's full circle. It's a great winery region, kind of unknown in Peru here. And you will stay in Ica at a beautiful boutique hotel. It is not upper luxury, but it is perfect location, especially if you love food and wine. This is a great place to unwind. And then the next day, we're going to go out and see the sites like Huacachina, which is on your must-see list. We will ride sand dune buggies. We will go sand dune surfing if you prefer. And we will also visit the cemeteries, which have mummies inside, which to me, this was the most interesting part of the whole desert region. I just find it so fascinating to learn all about the people that have been here many, many generations ago. So after 2 nights in the desert, we're going to drive back to Lima. Remember, it's a 5-hour drive, so it's adding, oh, I put 3 hours here, but it's probably closer to 5 hours, especially during this peak holiday season. And then we're going to fly to Cusco. It's only a 1-hour flight to Cusco. So the travel part is not that long. And once you arrive in Cusco, now we're going to acclimate. So Cusco will be the highest altitude that you have been to on this trip. So we're not going to start there. We're going to start in the Sacred Valley, much easier on your body. And because we've been traveling all day, we're going to go right to the hotel, but I'm going to obviously take you to lunch. So one of my favorite places for lunch in the Sacred Valley, which is like a big countryside, is to go to one of the ranches, and Wayra is a great ranch. I heard some in the notes that there's interest in horses. Well, you're going to get to see the famous El Paso horse, Peruvian Paso horses here while you enjoy a very traditional lunch. And then we'll take you to a hotel and you can relax. Inca Terra is another hand-chosen hotel for you, but there are many in this area. So if this hotel is not available or over budget, do not worry. We have some beautiful countryside hotels to choose from. But that's the idea, is to be amongst the mountains, to have access to all these beautiful places in the valley while you're acclimating. And ask me any questions about acclimations, like do you need medicine? Do you need oxygen? I can help you with all of that as well. There's many tutorials that I've done on how to acclimate in Peru as well. I have personally been at least 7 times and can tell you all about the different experiences I've had. And June 12th, we're going to focus on the Sacred Valley. We're going to go to Moraz Moray, which were on your must-see list, which is the Salineras of the Incas. We'll go to Chinchero, which is this charming, charming market town where the women are weavers. So you will learn all about the cooperatives there. And then we're going to spend another night in the Sacred Valley before we take you to Misminay. So on June 13th, you are going to start with Misminay. You're going to start with an indigenous community. You're going to learn all about the pachamanca, which is a local way that they cook food underground. You'll have lunch there. You'll participate in the cooking. You can go on a little hike with the indigenous community. You can meet their shaman. There's a lot of activity here in this community. And afterwards, we're going to take you to Skylodge. So Skylodge are those capsules that are attached to the side of the rock over the river in the Sacred Valley. Very, very famous place, very unique place. And in order to get there, you kind of rock climb, but it's not free rock climbing. There are ladders and stairs. So everything is very regulated. You always go with a guide. It's very safe. You're completely strapped in. This is a very reputable company, and we're very excited. We sometimes send people just for the climbing around and having lunch up there. But for you, you will actually spend the night at Skylodge. And there's a zip line opportunity as well, not just the stairs. So we can discuss all that as we get closer. But it is one of those adventurous things to do here. It will definitely be a very special experience if you want to do something super unique for your trip. This is what the capsules look like. They're tight, they're small, but there's a bathroom. There's a gourmet meal served up there for you. The sunsets will be amazing. And it's definitely a story maker for sure. And then after you leave the Skylodge in the morning, you have breakfast up there in a capsule. Then you get down from the Skylodge. We'll pick you up and show you Ollantaytambo, which is kind of on everyone's must-see list because it's a massive complex of ruins, but it is a thriving city as well in the Sacred Valley. So it's a really nice stop. We'll have lunch there. And then I'm going to take you here. And so let me know what you think about it because it's kind of rustic, but it is these A-frame bungalows with your own hot tub outside with llamas everywhere. It's a huge llama and alpaca farm. So you have all the amenities, but it is such a fun experience. We've been sending quite a lot of people here and everyone comes back just grinning because it's such a unique place. You will definitely feel like you're in the Sacred Valley. You have all the amenities, hot water and whatnot. And then while there, we will go horseback riding. So it's a working ranch. They actually have their own horses. So you will go riding in the afternoon. If you don't want to ride, there's other things like painting, picnicking, and bike riding, things like that. But while you're in the actual Mountain View Experience Hotel, you will be surrounded by llamas and alpacas, which is so fun to watch them because they're full of character and personality. So after one night at the experience, now we're ready for Machu Picchu. So day 9, June 15th, we're going to take you to the train. You're going to take a 2-hour Vistadome train. That's the one with the glass dome ceiling, all the way to Aguascalientes, which is the village of Machu Picchu. And our guide will whisk you right off to the ruins for our first visit. So the ruins are cut up into sort of 7 circuits. And so today we will visit the circuit that has these stunning views. We go from the top. The circuits sell out. June sells out. I imagine by the time we reach May, there will not be any permits left for the summer. So this is definitely something we should think about. If you are planning to go in June, if these are your set dates, let's put that on the calendar because permits, once they're gone, they're gone. And in order for me to book your permits, I need your actual passports. So that, or, a picture of your passport. So there is a lot of details involved here, but we go to the office, we issue your permits. There's nothing that you need to do. After spending a day exploring the ruins, having lunch in the village, we go to Sumaq for the night. So the Machu Picchu is at the top of the mountain. At the bottom of the mountain is a whole village filled with hotels and a little market and little shops and things like that. And Sumaq is one of the 2 5-star hotels in town. I highly recommend it. It is somewhere where they will absolutely spoil you. And one of the best dinners that you're going to have happens here. So it's a nice place to unwind after seeing the highlight of your trip, which is Machu Picchu. But of course, if budget doesn't allow, or we need to switch things up, or this is not your style, then we have some other lovely, lovely 4-star hotels as well. So ask me about that because everything can be customized to your likings and to your needs. So the reason we're spending the night in Machu Picchu for one night is so that in the morning we can return to the ruins. And so we return to ruins so that you can climb either Huayna Picchu, which is this massive mountain here, or Huchuy Picchu, which is half the size and much more manageable. Both of them offer amazing views of the ruins, so I highly suggest it. Or you can simply go back to the ruins and do a different circuit. So very, very important to do 2 visits to the ruins because Machu Picchu is at the entry of the Amazon. It rains here quite often. So if it's raining on one visit, it's probably not going to rain on the second one. Your lighting, your photos are very important to be able to have 2 opportunities. We'll have lunch at the famous Sanctuary Lodge up there at the ruins and then take the train back to Cuzco. And now we're fully acclimated, right? So we can check into a hotel and really enjoy a proper visit to Cusco. So Palacio del Inca, great old mansion that was redone into a hotel, very funky, well located, great for exploring. Wonderful restaurant in there as well. I once spent Thanksgiving with them and they cooked me a full turkey dinner. June 17th, we will let you sleep in a little bit because we've been waking up early pretty much every day of this trip and then explore with your private guide. All of these tours are private, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it. It's all about making it custom for you, being with local people. So all our Cusco guide is from Cusco, our Machu Picchu guide is from Machu Picchu, our Lima guide is from Lima, so that you have local people that can tell you, oh, and well, my grandma's here and this is my favorite shop and you should drink coffee here. And that's what makes it really authentic and special. It's like having a local friend. So we'll see the highlights of Cusco, which are many. It's a great cobblestone city filled with temples and ruins. And then we're going to take you to the Map Cafe, which is inside the Archaeological Museum of Cusco. And inside, after the museum closes, we set up a beautiful dinner. And again, it's one of the best meals you're going to have on the trip. They take you around Peru through the plate. So it's a fun multi-course dinner here. And then the following day, which I highly suggest that you add a day in Cusco, you can technically fly home the following day, but if not, I suggest leaving this extra day in. I have a painting workshop for you with a local master. The toritas, you will see them all over Peru. They are on roofs. They are for good luck. So it's really fun to finish the trip painting your own and bringing this little torita home with you. They're called pucara bowls. And then to wrap up the trip, I have a great cocktail tour for you where a local bartender will, put on aprons on you and take you all around town, and you're going to learn how to make fun drinks, and you're going to taste your way around the city with a local bartender. So it's a lot of fun. And then I suggest finishing with dinner at Cicciolina, which is one of the best restaurants in Cusco. And I can tell you all about that as well because I have many. And then June 19th, day 13 of your trip, fly to Lima and fly home. So that is what the trip would look like. I'm going to stop sharing now. There's a lot of details here. Let me know what works, what doesn't. We can for sure make this trip your own. So I look forward to your thoughts and questions, and let's build it together. Happy travels.